Perfectionism is procrastination masquerading as quality control. Williamson. This is a quote that I think about a lot from time to time that's really stood out to me. And this concept perfectly describes how perfectionism is often just a shield for fear. By delaying the start of something, by putting off the beginning, waiting for that perfect moment, we avoid doing the thing, putting yourself out there and risking judgment and failure, disguising it as we just need it to be a little better. We need better conditions to start. Perfectionism isn't actually a drive for excellence. It's fear disguised as a standard. And today I'm going to show you how this hidden fear is sabotaging your goals and taking you away from your main thing. So the goal of this video is so you'll stop waiting for perfect conditions. You don't need the perfect equipment, perfect physique to start, the perfect conditions in general, right? If you wait for the perfect moment to start, you will never end up doing anything. This is why the saying, done is better than perfect, has become such a thing. Which is true, because doing something, taking action, is better than not doing it. Even if you are just planning or waiting for all the pieces to be in place. You don't do anything with it, nothing actually happens. It's just an idea in your head. And it's this paradox that the more you strive for perfection, the farther away it is, or the farther away it gets. So you have to be okay with letting go of this perfect standard, as this is the only way you're actually going to reach your potential and get where you want to go. Perfection is a myth. It's important to chase excellence instead of perfection. That was a big reframe for me. I was a self-proclaimed perfectionist for many years. And I don't know if this is perfectionism mixed with like dyslexia or what it is, but I would always start from the end, which is counterintuitive, but this is just how my brain works. Before I would want to make fitness content, I would need my dream physique before I would start. Before I would film a YouTube video, I would need my dream setup before I'd press record. Before I would start a business, I would need the perfect strategy, the perfect plan, the perfect softwares, before I would reach out to a single person. The perfect timing to start the business. But the truth is, done is always better than perfect. And for years, I put off starting things that I genuinely wanted to do, that I was passionate about and very interested in, and just kick the can down the road. Because I would always say, well, I'm not good enough yet. I'm not where I want to be yet. Which is valid. I mean, this is a topic for another video of when you should upgrade stuff, whether it be for fitness, business, content, whatever your main thing is, that there is something you can upgrade, for your work even. But the truth is, if you don't start, you won't even know if this is something you really like, or this is something you even need to upgrade stuff for. Maybe you'll quit after a bit. But once you know you're committed and you're going to do it for a long time, then yeah, it definitely does make sense to upgrade. Because then it's an investment, right? It's something that you're going to be using for a long time. And that's important. So that's the other side of the coin, is the best people have the best stuff. The best YouTubers have the best cameras. They have the best lighting. They have the best editors. They have the best thumbnail designers and YouTube SEO specialists. And at some point, when you get big enough, you're making some money off of it, it makes sense to upgrade and to go onto this. Because to be the best, you have to use the best for most cases. Now, and I know some of you are like, well, there's this example or that example, and there's always going to be a one-off example you can give me. Like when I was talking about this with one of my friends, he mentioned Cletus, a YouTuber who makes videos about cars, how he films it on his iPhone with just like whatever lighting. Could he increase his production quality? Sure. But is this part of his brand, and this is like his identity that his followers kind of know and recognize him from? And it's like, it adds like a relatability factor. Maybe this is all part of his plan, right? Who knows? But the second point is, he just makes content that no one can recreate. You don't have millions of dollars to put into cars to make these types of crazy videos. Just like Mr. Beast, like majority of people can never even dream of recreating the type of content Mr. Beast creates. Because it's just too high production value. It's too costly to get this many people to do these different challenges. They have that differentiation aspect. I'm getting a little off topic here. Yes, the best people have the best stuff, but you don't need the best stuff to start. And until you can do something for at least 60 days, you don't even know if you're going to want to do it for a long time. Maybe this is just a phase. Think of cold plunging, for example. When that was like a big thing a couple years back, I got one of those tubs from like a Home Depot or Home Hardware. Got a aquarium water chiller and turned it into a cold plunge. Invested this money, built it out, DIY'd it, and then didn't even use it at all the next summer. Or used it like a couple times, once or twice. And there have been more examples of this. Think about when you're growing up. There are certain aspects that you get for your house, or that I've seen other friends get, who you think you're going to have so much fun with this thing, and then you just end up never using it. Like a pool table, ping pong table, or even a pool, trampoline, or a hot tub. Now these are things that I've seen a lot of people get over the years, or their parents have, or whatever, that eventually become obsolete and just no one uses them anymore. You get used a lot in the first year, maybe the second year, but then something happens, some hiccup happens, maybe something breaks, or maybe people just lose interest, whatever the case. It loses its novelty and you stop. So you want to do it long enough to make sure you're willing to stick with it for a long enough time, to either just enjoy it if it's something for leisure, or to get good at something if it's for your main thing, and an investment that you're building towards something. bigger than yourself for. And I've noticed this about myself for many things, other than just buying stuff, but like with the business example, just starting with the end in mind, wanting to have a complete plan, have the perfect strategy before taking action and doing the first step. But you can't see the whole mountain until you've summited the first couple of peaks. It's not going to be completely visible until you start taking action. Therefore, your plan cannot be perfect until you get more information. Make a better plan. The plan will keep improving as you go because you keep getting more information. This is inevitable. This is a feature, not a bug. Everyone goes through this. And the reality is, no matter how good the equipment you have for anything, plan you have, the physique you have, or whatever it is you're trying to start, whether it be fitness content, whether it be a business, whether it be making content, you're going to struggle at the start because you haven't done it before. It's going to be hard. It's like telling someone to play Mozart on the piano who's never played a piano before. You know, you'd expect to not be good at that because you've never done it before. But then for these topics I just named, we expect to be very good right away because we can invest the money and get the stuff right away. Therefore, we're going to be the best. It's like getting the best piano. It's like you're still not going to be good at playing it. You have no idea what you're doing. It's the same thing with any of these. You're going to struggle regardless of how expensive stuff is that you have, how fit you are for making fitness content, how good your plan is for business, or any other topic that you can think of. It still applies. It's going to be hard at the start. And the reality is the struggle makes you relatable as well. It adds an air of authenticity to what you're doing. Now, if it's something you're going to be investing like a large part of your life into and you're planning on doing it for a couple of years, of course, make that investment. I recommend wait until you have that proof with yourself that you've done it for, at least 60 days to make sure it's valid, it's something you're going to keep doing. But yeah, if you're going to do something for 2-3 years, of course, invest. That's a large portion of your life that you're giving to this. And there's no perfect timing. Perfect is an illusion. Anything successful is built on multiple dozens and dozens of iterations. Get information, change your plan. Get information, change your plan. And it's not a complete 180, it's just an upgrade. It's like little pivots or tacking for sailing. You move the thing a little bit, the sails a little bit to continue to go straight. It's the same thing with the plan. You're just trying to get to where you're trying to go in the most efficient way as possible. Because initially your perfect plan could be taking you like the wrong way. You need to correct and make course adjustments as you're going to get point A, point B as fast as possible. And 99% of the time, your first plan is not going to be it. So remember, your messy progress is always going to beat someone waiting for the perfect conditions to start. Pick one thing, get it done, take consistent action, flaws and all. Remember, procrastination is just perfectionism masquerading as quality control. Williamson had it right. Don't be like me. Don't waste countless years of your life waiting for the perfect conditions to start. You'll make so much more progress by just willing to start with where you're at. Don't be scared of failure. Embrace it. It's just more data sets for what you can go off of to make better decisions. Don't be discouraged by it. You never finish a project because it's not actually perfect. You'll never actually fail. You're just shielding yourself from failure, which is terrible because that's how you grow. You learn more from the hard things, from the things that didn't go your way, from your failures than from your successes. Don't just keep protecting your ego by staying in a perpetual state of refining and just making things a little better. Preserve the fantasy of making it great before you actually start. Because the reality is perfectionism is often rooted in poor belief of inadequacy here, not being enough. I can't make the content because the studio is not good enough. I can't make fitness content because my physique's not good enough. I can't start this business or be successful because my plan's not good enough, or software stack's not good enough, or I don't have the necessary skills. I'm not good enough yet. I gotta keep learning. That's a whole topic for another video, but learning can also be procrastination. In fact, that was one of the main forms for me. I would keep learning, keep taking different courses, keep reading more books, instead of just starting, taking action, which is what's gonna help you learn the fastest. Remember, obsessing over the final details is low leverage activity. It's gonna kill your progress. Focus on the 80-20, the fundamentals of whatever it is you're doing. Fundamentals for working out, now you'll know what the fundamentals are for whatever your specific thing is. But just focus on the 80-20 principle. 20% of the activities that you do will lead to 80% of the results. But it's that last 20% that perfectionists will obsess over, refining the greater detail. While this has its time and place, not where you want to be, you need to focus on the main things because that's what's going to make you get there the fastest and give you the most amount of progress. Remember, trying to refine something from 98% to 99% can take as long as going from 0 to 99%, because usually the fundamentals are a lot more efficient. Well, then to do that last couple percentages, get it perfect, it's going to take just as long in some cases. So it's not worth the investment to spend the same amount of time you took to get 98%, get the final 2%. So 3 P's, perfectionism leads to procrastination, which leads to paralysis, and you just not doing anything. Start something but never finish. Perfectionism is not the standard. Excellence is. Perfectionism is unachievable. Using it as a metric will make sure you're never satisfied, and you'll eventually give up on your goals. Think a little bit less of what you guys are doing. Move faster than you're thinking. If you're just slightly embarrassed by the first iteration of what you're doing, good. That's normal. Because if you waited too long to be completely happy with it, probably would have taken, twice as long as it took for you to make the first part. Focus on excellence because it's more flexible and achievable for you, rather than the perfection. Remember, stay in motion. Momentum will carry on. Just do it every day. It's easier to do something 100% of the time than 98% of the time. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I love you guys. And remember, take consistent action on your main thing. Don't stop. Peace.